start the recording here. So good afternoon, Whalecoin Talk community. Today we have a great AMA with Xperia, and here to talk about the project is Jcrypt and Kojima. So guys, before we get into the project, maybe we can start off with a bit of the team's background and experience in crypto, and how you got to the point where you're building this nice platform here.
Yeah, certainly. So I'll kick that off. So basically, I guess my experience within crypto, I've been within the BSC space probably within the last couple of years. So I'm still fairly new to crypto, but definitely been around, seen a lot of the hype, like SafeMoon and a lot of other different tokens and things like that as well. So it's been a bit of a wild ride, definitely over the last couple of years. We saw, I think at the peak of Corona, Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin dropped down to like $3,800. And then obviously we went right up to like, 64,000 and we traced and then went back up. And now we're starting to get a little bit more bullish again. So it's just been very interesting to see how, I guess over the last 2 to 3 years, how much the growth has exploded. We've seen all different types of genres of crypto, like the whole gamify sector and the VR sector and play to earn and things like that. So it's been a very explosive space. And obviously, yeah, I'm an advisor to the project for Xperia, so I'm helping them out with some of their AMAs and stuff like that before we have the pre-sale. So I'll let Kojima discuss just his background and stuff like that as well.
Thank you. Thank you for having us here, guys. So my background is a little bit more biocrypto driven. So I worked a long time in an office job, customer oriented. Yeah, and I started with crypto around 3 years ago. And my early stage in crypto was rather rough. Yeah. And I had a lot to learn and no one to help me. I was standing alone in crypto. I wasn't on Telegram or anything, and I had to learn all that stuff alone. And later on, I started off with Telegram, and I joined multiple projects, and learned even more about crypto. And some of those projects went on to be rather successful. And my job in Xperia is to provide a close relationship to the investors, between the investors, the moderators, the founders, us, and to work together on ideas, solutions, and the education as well.
Yeah, it sounds great. I love to hear it, and yeah, I know a lot of people who sort of come from this sort of backgrounds, getting involved here and there, and at the end of the day, it's the more you get involved, the further you'll get. So I love what I'm hearing. So without further ado, you guys are combining gaming and blockchain education. So I'm curious to get like a sort of a high level overview of the project and what you have in mind, and then we can go into each section in detail and talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll give you a bit of a high level overview of what we're trying to do here at Xperia, and me and Kojima can go back and forward together and discuss like the utilities and what we're trying to do. So basically, we are a cryptocurrency based venture. We're basically aiming to try and deliver a bit of an experience that hasn't really been, seen much in this space before as well. And build a pretty big name for ourselves. So basically, with our venture here, obviously we're bringing our own gaming platform to the space that will actually have over 20,000 plus games within the platform. Which I've been around a lot of the game things before, and I've personally never seen anything like this in the space, especially with that amount of the games that we're going to be delivering. So I think that's just absolutely huge. There's actually going to be multiple different categories in the games, which actually compromises over 18 different styles of categories, like multiplayer, action, adventure style games, role play and simulations. So basically we're aiming to bring the platform together with some of the most more so classic online games on the internet, basically into a single space where everyone can just come on board and utilize the game. So users will be able to choose from this very, very big, large pool of games, and obviously play any game for free within our interfaces. And obviously, it's I guess it's interface is I guess a very elegant interface, which is obviously full of all different features. Some of the cool features as well actually allows users to listen to music on our platform instead of obviously they can listen to the game music from the game, or they can actually listen to the music that we actually will have within the platform as well. Additionally, users will be able to also keep up with the news or new games on the platform as well, enabled by our headlines or our quickies bar, which will be at the top of our interfaces as well. So on top of that, the Xperia interface will have multiple highlighted different divisions that will further help categorize the games in different ways. So there'll be a top today's highlights, a popular, a weekly best, most played, like a trend style option for the category, and also new guests and new additions. So not only as we said, we're aiming for the game side as well, but we also going to be bringing many different utilities to the space as well, and also be like a gaming zone and more of like an educational platform as well. So we're trying to, I guess, not just be one style of platform. Like we want to have the utility side as well, and also have the, as we said, the educational zone and things like that as well. So I might let Kojima talk a little bit about our utilities and what we aim to do within that side as well.
Yeah, thank you. Our utilities are also whether unique and special. So usually a token gets its utility by investors, by buying NFTs, by buying provided businesses of that token. In our case, our utility comes with our gaming zone. All the games will be free to play, and for investors and for normal people that aren't invested in our token, and our revenue will come with the ad spaces, which flow back to the token as well, and that gives the token an additional source of income. It will flow back as buybacks, for example, as our Olympic Games. We will start having games for holders, in which we will give away pretty cool stuff like iPhones, MacBooks, and so on. So it won't be your usual small giveaway, but those will be pretty nice ones. As well, we're going to later on introduce the educational platform. I have to mention that we already developed the gaming zone. It's already fully developed, and it's ready to start. And with the educational zone, we will later on provide security services like KYC and so on.
Yeah, it sounds great. I was looking at your website, and I saw the snippets of the platform. So it's not just going to be a platform with games, but it's going to be sort of a gaming hub for crypto games. Are these games all going to be crypto games, or is it going to be like normal regular games as well?
No, those are going to be regular games, normal games that we've collected throughout the internet, and we branded them and gave them a platform. So you can imagine it like back in the days we had those flash game player games. If you still remember that, those games that you can play on the browser. So you can imagine it like that. And that will evoke some nostalgic feelings as well.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
The mini clips. The yeah, I remember the websites. Everybody was going there just playing a small game. So all these games are already developed and they're gonna be available all at once on your platform, or are you gonna release them
We,
like I don't know in stages?
we will start the platform with 18,000 games, and we will release games daily on a daily basis to keep the people interested as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds great. It sounds super nice. And is it gonna be, is the platform gonna have to be downloaded to your PC, or is it gonna be like a web-based platform where people can go and then play in their browser and stuff like this?
Exactly. It's a web
So it,
based platform
okay, so it's
which you can
all
use your PC and yeah.
So it's all web based. And I'm curious, will you allow, say, game developers or smaller indie studios or anything like that to kind of come to your platform and say, hey, we want our games featured here as well, or I don't know, for exchange for a fee or maybe for free or anything like that?
Well, let me ask you: is there any reason to not do that? So, if a developer likes our platform and wants to join us, we would be more than happy to do that.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you have a sort of a crypto zone, right? Where, because there's a lot of play to earn games coming around, and everybody's building, whether it's a gacha game or whether it's a shooter or anything like that. There are a lot going around, and everybody has tokens attached to them, and they're all getting the same backlash, right? Because it's hard to get on the App Store if you're awarding people in crypto. Steam doesn't allow you to have a crypto related game up in there, right? So if you're building a platform where even crypto games will be listed, I think it can be super nice, for everybody to get involved with. So,
You're picking one of our ideas for later on.
well, yeah, because that's the first thing I thought of, right? When I saw it, it's like, okay, so this is gonna be like Steam for crypto. Because we don't have a Steam for crypto yet, right? So if you guys are building it, I mean, it can be super nice. And you've mentioned you're gonna have some ad revenue, and that's gonna go back to the ecosystem. So maybe we can talk a bit about the token. What sort of how will the token sort of integrate with the whole gaming ecosystem, and maybe go over the tokenomics and like the basics of the token too.
All right, let's do that first. So our tokenomics, we will have 13% tax buy and sell, yeah, in which seven of will be only for the liquidity pool. That will be changed later on. Yeah. As we feel like we have a nice liquidity to market cap ratio, we can change that and lower it so that we can even get to single digit taxes. Yeah. 2% of those taxes will go into reflections, passive income for the holders. Yeah. And 4% are for the development and the marketing. Yeah. We will also introduce staking really early on after the launch, in which people can also stake their tokens. Yeah. Um, what was the second question on that?
Yeah, I was wondering how will the token integrate with the whole platform? Are you going to offer, I don't know, some sort of premium features for the people holding your token,
Yeah.
or what do you have planned
Yeah.
over there?
Yeah. Those will be our Olympic Games. Yeah. In which we will do really really big giveaways. Yeah. So instead of rewarding people directly with money in form of tokens or anything in form of play to earn or whatever, you only need to hold our token, yeah, and participate in those weekly games, weekly games, yeah. And in those you can get really pretty nice rewards later on. And on the other hand side, the gaming zone, the platform itself will pay for the token. It's meaning that ad revenue will flow back into the token, yeah, in form of those Olympic Games or buybacks, yeah. And that's another source of income. I mean, if we think about the usual NFT games or anything, it's mostly a circle where the money goes. Yeah, if the investors don't invest anymore, there's a stop. And in our case, as long as the platform wants, there will always be liquidity coming into the token.
Yeah, so basically, traffic from our site will flow to the Xperia token as well. So,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. And obviously, I think you briefly mentioned Acti before, but yeah, we've got a revenue model in terms of our ads and stuff like that, which will actually help in terms of our native token as well. So basically, how our ad revenue is going to work, we're going to be following like an 80-20 splits model. So basically, 80% of all of the ad revenue will be used for token development, which will obviously help us increase, the reach and obviously through the communities. As Kojima said, we'll be having obviously the Olympic giveaways and even direct buybacks. The ad revenue will actually be driven by the traffic so not just by one but two different of the genres, which is obviously the gaming, but also the educational zone as well. And obviously the community, there'll be the community like Olympics, like the prizes and stuff as well. So we'll have things like iPhones and Macs, where people can obviously participate to win those prizes as well. And obviously these will be like live giveaways based on different competitions and things like that as well. So you will have to hold a certain amount of the Xperia token to participate in that. Which obviously will help promote people, buying and holding the token as well. Additionally, we'll also have multiple revenue streams also associated with our educational zone too. And also in addition to that, there'll be like courses and contents on the educational zone, and where we've briefly talked about it before, where we'll be actually providing our own security services. So there'll be services offered in terms of KYC and audit assessments and reviews. And obviously for the initial months, once the token's launched, we'll actually be using 100% of the revenue will be going to the project and token development. So when we actually reach a good like revenue floor, that's when we'll start to then change to the 80-20 split model, in which 20% will be profit. But initially, once we're launched and everything's going, 100% of the revenue will be going straight to the project and obviously token development as well.
Yeah,
I believe.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Kushma.
No, so just finish. I can talk afterwards. It works.
No, I was gonna say like this is what I was hinting at, right? Because every time I see something that could stand alone, even without a token, right? Because you guys are building like a cool platform with a lot of games and news and everything like that. But yeah, if you're gonna have a crypto side to it, then it's a given that you should have a token to it. But the example that I like to give a lot of times is like look at PooCoin, right? PooCoin, uh, everybody uses it. Like they plot their charts, they track their wallets and favorite tokens and all that. But at the end of the day, not a lot of people are holding their token, right? Because they don't have that built into it. Like they have a few small premium features there, but not a lot. And because they're not taking this approach that you guys are taking, right, where the revenue is going to be shared with the token owners, or it will keep on building on the token, right? That's why people stop getting engaged with the token. But if you kind of integrate it with the platform and you give people a few good utilities for it, and you share the revenue with them, and maybe I don't know, offer them some premium features if say some developers want to have their first launch on your platform or anything like that for some smaller games, and maybe you can only offer that to your top holders to become like testers or anything like that's what I was hinting at, because I see that would be like a very good way to get people to be engaged, to hold a token, use the platform at the same time, right? And then they will get a share of the revenue in return. So it sounds like a very good way of going about it. Hmm.
Yeah,
And
exactly. The possibilities in that are immense, are pretty huge, and I believe we got a video as well of the platform and how the ad spaces will look like, Jacob.
Yeah, if you want me to post it in chat, you can just send it to me. You can DM it, and I'll put it in our main chat. We have it locked at the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we can share the screen. We can share the screen.
Oh, you can share a screen
yeah,
for.
let me see.
Yeah, if you want to share your screen, it's no problem. You can share it, and we can take a look. Like
Yeah, let me see if it. I'm just going to see if it lets me share the video. So let me just
Oh yeah,
have a look.
I think I see something. Well, it's a black screen at the moment, so.
Yeah, I see a black screen as well.
Look, should be coming through. Yeah, so let me just have a.
Yeah, there's this. Perfect.
So here we can see it's just loading now. So you can see before the game actually starts, you can see. I'll just go back to the start of the video. So obviously before the game actually loads and starts, we'll see like this is just a mock-up, but you'll see like the advertisements running, and that's how it actually look where we get the let me just pause it while it was loading.
Oh, I think you're sharing your
we don't see it.
folder. Yeah, we don't see the actual
Oh
media
yeah,
player.
let me just go back. Let me just go. Let me just change it. Here we go. That should be better now.
Yep.
So you see, yeah, it's just going to load a bit. So you see how it's got the advertisements there. Like this is just a mock-up, but they basically play before the games play.
We still see a black screen on the video.
Oh, do
we
you?
don't see the video. No, we don't see the actual video.
Yeah, the video is playing. I don't know why you see a blank screen though. I might just share it with I've got I'll forward it to you in the chat, Acti.
Yeah,
you can forward it to me, and I'll post it in our main chat. It's no problem.
Share that, and also on our introduction. We got such a beautiful introduction video, which we didn't play. So it would be a waste to not post that.
Well,
yeah, let me grab that now.
I'll gladly post it. Yeah, just DM it to me or put it on our shared chat somewhere. I'll just send it to our group. Yeah. And we have the chat locked here, guys. So anybody listening in, you want to follow along, you can go to Xperia.space. That's the official website, and you'll find like all the information that we're talking about on the website there. And there's a video as well, and a lot of interesting things. So while you share this with me, maybe we can go into some of the blockchain education side of things. How do you see that happening? How what do you envision there? Like, are you gonna have like a section on your platform where people can get courses? Are you gonna go straight into schools and offer them some, I don't know, free blockchain lessons or anything like that? I'm curious, like, what do you envision there?
So we will have interactive videos. Firstly, yeah, those will be completely free for all. Those will be especially good for newer investors, people that aren't so familiar with the blockchain. And the material will be provided by a specialist. Yeah. What we want to achieve is that our team is purely focusing one thing. Like the gaming zone is done in the US. Yeah. So every marketing aspect has a specialist. Yeah. So that everyone who works on the project has to focus only on one thing and nothing else to give his best and provide us with the best content.
Right, yeah, I was reading on the website. I think that you have professional developers that you're going to be working with in the space. So are they going to be the ones that are sort of helping you build these lessons or educational videos?
Yeah, and So in those educational zones, we want to provide them with the especially with the nitty-gritties of the contracts, yeah. So about psychological assessment as well of teams, yeah, and get a deeper and better knowledge of the cryptocurrency ecosystem on the whole, yeah. And those courses will be structured in videos as well as in text form.
Yeah, it sounds good. I know, like, yeah, we've been playing with DeFi for nearly 2 years now, or probably more for some of us, but there's still a lot of new people that have no idea what's going on, right? And for some of them, yeah, maybe it'll take one or two YouTube videos to kind of figure it out, but for others, you might need to do a little more breaking down of everything, step by step, how to make your wallet, how to get on this chain, how to send funds, and all that stuff. So yeah. Okay, yeah, I've received your messages here. I'll post them in our chat. While I do that, maybe you can give us some details about which phase you're in. I believe you have a pre-sale coming on DX sale, so maybe we can talk about that. Like, how much are you looking to raise, sort of soft cap, hard cap, and whether or not you've had a private sale, and yeah, what's sort of the timeline for the launch as well.
Yeah, okay. Let's start with the DX sale. We won't be doing it on DX sale, but on Pancake Swap. On Pink sale. Yeah. The launch will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. And yeah, we are obviously still on phase one, yeah, of the roadmap. And there are still going to be some changes on the roadmap. We still have some things coming up which aren't provided on the roadmap yet, as for example the security services. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess just to elaborate a little bit on the, I was just going to elaborate a little bit on the pre-sale is, so it's going to be 220 BNB in terms of the pre-sale, and obviously, as you said, yeah, it'll be tomorrow on the 2nd of April, and yeah, obviously we're holding on Pink sale.
We had a private sale of 150 BNB. And those will completely flow into marketing. So when we talk about marketing, we want to go hard. Yeah, we want to achieve to have all the big names on board. So in the next couple of days, I believe you will see us like everywhere.
I love to hear that, and yeah, I usually like to ask that question because if I don't, we'll get a lot of community members, raising their hands, going when marketing. So maybe you can elaborate more on what you have planned around that, and how are you going about it? What's been like the most successful way to sort of build up your community leading up to the launch and everything. So maybe you can give us a few more details.
Yeah, I'm happy to elaborate there if you like, Kojima. So, with Acti, with one of the videos I actually shared, I believe it's titled WeChat, but it's an 8-second video which I've shared with you, so you should have it within your message. But we're basically trying to campaign, like we're trying to do hit a lot of different areas, which, at least what I've witnessed in the space, other tokens aren't doing. So we actually have a running WeChat campaign, which has been running for some time, which is partnered with 40 to 50 different investment groups. So just for a little people who don't know what WeChat is, it's basically like China's version of what do you call it? Like we call it like WhatsApp. So yeah, and they're actually like, unlike certain channels and things which can be botted, like Telegram groups and things like that, these are actually like real investors because they've got to like KYC and have actually like a real account. So we've actually partnered with 40 to 50 different investment groups there, and obviously most of them have actually changed their name to our token as well till we actually launch. And obviously, as we said, yeah, like WeChat is basically like WhatsApp, but they actually are real people who are actually verified. Whereas obviously, unlike Telegram and Discord and things like that, they can actually be botted. So we've actually had a pretty big campaign there as well. We've also got like videos running up on what's called is Bilibili, which is actually like China's version of kind of like YouTube. So we've actually had videos promoting there as well. We've actually had like Weibo promotions, which have been started, and we aim to do top promotions on CN Token, which is like China's version of CMC, and we actually are backed, and by big names as well. So Drew from Drew's Gems, or as he's else known as I guess Everrise Drew as well. Who's
I wouldn't share everyone now. I wouldn't share everyone now, but as I already said, all the big names that you can imagine, we have them. Yeah, we have them on board.
Yeah.
You will see it when you join our channel, and we will start posting today and tomorrow. Yeah. And as I believe, there won't be a space where you won't hear about us.
That sounds great, man. It sounds like you guys are on top of it. I was also wondering, like, how long have you been building this platform, and who's working on it? Do you have someone in house that keeps on updating it with games and features and all that? And how does that work?
We started off at November last year, and our developer for the gaming zone is from the US. It's a team from the US, which does the gaming zone separately.
Yeah, that's great. It's really important to have someone in house that's doing all this building for you. You don't want to have to reach out, to outsource it to different individuals. So that's a good way of going about it. Okay, I'll open it up for questions from our community. I also wanted to ask you about your audits and whether or not the team has KYC'd or doxed or I know a lot of people are curious about that. So.
So we have done we have done an audit through Interfire, which is obviously a very reputable audit firm, and obviously we will have the KYC and the audit badge on Pink Sale before obviously the pre-sale is live. So all of that stuff will be covered. We are also looking into potential future audits once we're live as well, like once we're live on PooCoin and PancakeSwap down the line, like with a possible a CertTech application and things like that. But yes, we have been audited, and we'll have the KYC badge on the Pink Sale. So like the KYC badge and the audit badge on the Pink Sale link.
And is the Pink Sale link out already, or is it coming later?
It will come.
It's not out just yet. No, it will be coming.
I was gonna ask you for it so I can post it in chat, but yeah, if it's coming, people will just find it in their Telegram. Okay, let me take a few community questions here. I see we have a few hands up, so let's go with Venice. Venice, you have a question? Go for it.
Yeah, actually, I do have a couple of the questions. Actually, I want to know, will Xperia team developers teach the community about BSC and Ethereum cryptocurrency to the community, or you have another plans to teach them?
No, the teaching will be done on the educational platform.
Did you get
for
my
sure,
question?
We will help them. Yeah, I understood the question. Thank you. What we're gonna have is an education zone on the website, in which people will learn about crypto. We will start off with BSC for sure. We will add Ethereum as well, so we'll have multiple talking about multiple chains, and in our community itself, you can always ask questions. About security, about safety, about tokens that are coming up later on. In the early stage, we don't want to talk obviously about other tokens. But later on, we don't want our investors to fall in the same trap that we fell into back then in the day. When we had no experience and no education about crypto itself. So for new investors,
Okay.
we will help them out as much as possible, and we will show them our structures and videos in the education zone.
Okay, great. And I was saying that will your team developers teach the community, or you will need to hire more developers or teachers to teach them?
There will be teachers for that. There will be teachers for that. We won't do that personally. We want specialists in
Okay, so
every
you
part of our token.
Okay, and while going through your roadmap, I came to know that you also have plans for research and development to keep everything updated. I wonder, do you have any plans to hire or give scholarships to researchers from around the globe, or your own developers will keep on researching?
Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me, Kojima?
Yeah.
Okay, I was saying when I was going through your roadmap, I came to know that
Yeah.
you also have plans for research and development to keep everything updated. I wanted to know that you have plans to hire or give scholarship to researchers or people from around the globe, or your own developers will keep on doing the research for development.
That's actually a
The
good idea.
research. Yeah,
I understood that
I was
question.
just going to
So
say we. Yeah, you go
that,
ahead, Kojima.
that's actually a good idea. We haven't talked about scholarships, so I will definitely write that down. That's actually a nice idea. Yeah. And our research and development is for utilities. At the current phase, for like example for the NFT staking, which we have in consideration for the future. But it's the scholarship thing. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, that's great. And one more thing from my side, I wanted to know that will everyone have an access to your learning platform, or it's just for holders, or even other people can buy your courses or enroll in the class just by paying fee with fiat or with their credit card to learn about cryptocurrencies?
The education zone will be having a huge
Did
free
you get my
feature.
question, or do I need to repeat it?
Yeah, I understood that. I understood that. The education zone is going to have a big free feature. Yeah, there might be coming some extended courses. Yeah, but that's a thing for the future. Yeah, we will first completely focus on the gaming zone to have it launched perfectly, to have it working, to have the ad spaces integrated. Yeah, to have the staking up that comes beforehand as well, and then we will move on to the education zone. And further informations will be all released in our main chat, and we will update it on our roadmap as well. Hope that clears the question.
Okay, yeah, that's great. I got my issues cleared. So thank you so much for answering them.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Venice, for the question. Let's move to Syed Rahmat. Syed, do you have a question?
Yeah, thank you, Acti. So I was just wondering that do you have any plan in future to offer advanced crypto courses, maybe for crypto blockchain developers like Solidity, Java, Python languages for blockchain development?
World courses, that's already an idea that we talked about. Yeah, I can't give you a complete confirmation for that. Yeah, but having an education zone, that's one of the good possibilities, of the nice possibilities to add on as well. Yeah, to give professional courses for extended courses. Yeah, to get people way more into the blockchain, just as just knowing your basic stuff. But that as well will be released later on. But we have been talking about that as well.
Yeah, got it. So you mentioned that there will be around 2,000 games from 18 different categories. I was wondering, will some games will be also of play to earn category, or all will be free to play games, or some games will be
Um,
play to earn?
it's 20,000, not 2,000. It's over 20,000 games.
Yeah, sorry,
Um,
20,000.
yeah, and those will be all free to play. Yeah, none of which will be a play to earn game. Those will be all play to earn, all free to play, and the earning side will come passively with the ad revenue and with the Olympic Games giveaways.
Okay, got it. So moving to my next question, I've also read and you mentioned about that. For the investors will be eligible for winning prizes in bi-weekly community games. So I want to know that what minimum amount of the Xperia token one need to hold to be eligible for these prizes, and the games which will be conducted will be from your platform, or will they will be different games?
I can't
We
tell
have
you
we.
how. Yeah,
I was just going to say
go
we
ahead.
haven't yet decided on a number in terms of what the exact amount is that you have to hold. Obviously, you will have to hold our token, but we're still deciding on what the number should be. But yeah, and obviously in terms of the games, there'll be the games that are off the platform itself, and obviously the Olympic games and things like that.
The thing is,
Oh,
we can't really tell you right now how many tokens you have to hold. What if
Yeah.
you're telling like, okay, hold 100K, and next week this token jumps 100x or whatever, like going really hard, then those 100K would be worth quite a lot. So only like
Mm.
5 people or what would be able to join the games. That's not what we're going for. Yeah. So
yeah,
the exact amount will be released once we found our steady floor, yeah, our steady going, and it is up to change for self. Uh,
yeah, it makes.
Also, the gaming platform will also launch on the first week, yeah, of the first week of the token launch, so that we have first a nice start and can build up additional hype with the launching of the gaming platform.
Yeah, amazing. So, moving to my last question, I want to know that I was just curious. Do you have any plan in future to release any NFT series?
Yes,
I just
yes, we are thinking about that. We are thinking about that. For example, the NFT staking. Yeah, that's what we are researching currently. That's
Okay.
where our mind is put on right now.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Syed. Yeah, it's oftentimes people see gaming, games, it doesn't matter how related or unrelated it is, right? They want to jump straight into when NFTs, when metaverse, and it's all about the hype for for some people.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the excitement. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's move over to Aisha. Aisha, do you have a question?
Yeah, thank you, Acti. Okay, I have few questions. First, my question is related to Game Zone. I want to know that who will be the target audience for all the games you will have on Xperia platform. I mean, will these games be only for kids, PG rated, or games will be for growns up as well?
That's a really good question. I was waiting for that one, especially when we were talking about the marketing aspect. Obviously, the gaming zone will be for young and old. Yeah, not only the young people, the children play games, but also imagine you're in your break and you want to quickly play a little game or something. You can open up our browser platform, yeah, and play a little game. We will be featuring even multiplayer games, yeah, with a chat as well, and we are going to market. That's another really nice thing that we don't have to only focus on token marketing. Yeah. The better the platform wants, the better also the token goes. So we can market for children as well. Yeah. Completely outside of crypto, only marketing the gaming zone, and also market the token for the investor audience. Yeah.
And yeah, just to elaborate
Oh,
on that, Isha, as well, as we said, there was going to be over 18 different categories for the game. So they're not just designed for young, like the younger audience. They're designed basically for everyone of all ages, because there's going to be like multiplayer games, action, adventure, role play, and simulation. So they're basically games designed for all ages, young and old.
okay, that's really great. Okay, my next question is related to education zone. I want to ask that if any crypto expert want to get on board with Xperia, what will be the requirements for them to join in?
What will be the requirements to join our education zone?
Yeah.
Was that the question? For that, we will have interviews. We will be opening later on when we start the education zone. Then we will post the requirements for that, and we will be having interviews with every single one that wants to join us. Yeah? We will be having multiple procedures. Yeah? For that as well, and in the end,
Okay.
we will filter out the best. It's not about what you have on the paper. It's about who's the best. Yeah. So it's hard to tell you the
Okay.
requirements. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And I was wondering, are you planning on maybe conducting a small test regarding tutorial videos, courses which users have watched to let the user have better understanding of the concepts, and users can also access their learning knowledge, and you can offer user a certificate as an NFT for each course passed.
And that's also a cool idea. That's really a cool idea. Like when they finish a course, they get an NFT. Yeah, that's a pretty nice idea. Really, when thinking about that, love that actually.
Okay, thank you for appreciating. Thank you. And thank you for answering my
Thank you for those questions,
questions.
and thank you for that awesome idea.
Right, thank you, Aisha. And yeah, we've been going through a lot here, and it seems like you guys are building something super cool, right? You have 20,000 games coming up on your platform. You have revenue shares, utilities, and then you're building this nice educational platform. And I was also thinking something along the lines of what Aisha said, right? If you create a platform where the learning is interactive, right? So you take someone that's completely new to crypto and you show them how you build a wallet, how you connect to this chain, how you can trade and all this, and maybe at the end you can even give them like a few of your tokens. It doesn't have to be like even $1 worth or whatever, but just give them like a little bit of your token. Then you're not only gaining a holder, but everybody, like the whole crypto space, is gaining a knowledgeable DeFi user. So I think that's pretty cool, and it's not an easy feat to achieve, because education is probably one of the hardest things to do. Like I struggle to even get a few of my real life friends, to onboard to crypto, and we've been in this for a while now, so I can imagine how hard it is for some of these new people coming in. So I really like that you guys are taking it upon yourselves, to bring more people to the crypto space. So yeah, if there's anything that I've missed, we went over the utilities, how the revenue share, the giveaways, your educational zones. If there's anything that I haven't asked you and you guys wanna share with our community, please go ahead. If not, maybe you can sort of do a quick recap for everybody that joined late or maybe missed the first half of the AMA.
Yeah, I'll do a quick recap if you like. So basically, obviously, as we said, we've got our pre-sale coming up tomorrow. So obviously, we've had giveaways and stuff like that running in the Telegram group. So obviously, for those just joining, definitely check us out. We've been in, as we said, we've been in development since the better half of November last year, and that's another big takeaway as well. Like at least what I've witnessed in the space, there's a lot of tokens that are starting up, and they're basically starting up within the better half of a week. With no real major development. It's kind of, at least what I've witnessed, it's kind of rare where you see a token and ecosystem come along where we've been in development for quite a long period of time. And, I've never witnessed a platform come along which is actually going to have 20,000 working games as part of their platform within the first week of launch. So it's just absolutely huge. So, we've got a lot coming, with all the gaming zone, the educational zone, and we've got a pretty big roadmap that we're going to be fulfilling this year. So we also had I'm not sure if we discussed it at the start of it, but we also have we want to give an opportunity for everyone here at Wildcoin Talk for some whitelist spots. So we do have 10 whitelist spots for giveaway. So I'm not sure how you guys want to run that, if it's based upon like the wheel or some of the best questions that were asked in the VC and the community questions as well. So we've also got that as well before we wrap it up.
Well, yeah, that sounds amazing. Yeah, we can see a good way. Maybe we'll have a post up or something like that, and we'll give away the 10 whitelist spots. That's very generous of you guys. It's nice. And I was just gonna mimic your sentiment because it's nice to see that people are kind of waking up, and all these projects that come out with not a lot of utilities or utilities down the line coming there. People are a little wary of them. So to see that you guys have your utilities built, you're gonna put out like 20,000 games you already have the collection of games, you already have the idea of how the revenue share is gonna work and all that. I think it's a refreshing take, and I'm hoping 2022 is gonna be the year where everybody wakes up to being a little more careful in where they invest, to just looking out for good teams and good projects and finding something that they can get behind, and then having a strong strategy, having a good strategy of, yeah, I'll go in here, I'll go out there, I'll take some profits here, I'll get involved like this, I'll try the course, I'm gonna try the games, and I'll give them a chance. So I'm hoping this space will evolve a little bit for everybody, because it's gonna be great for everyone, right?
That's
Oh,
it, definitely.
right. Okay. So
Yeah, I especially love the interest that the community showed for the education zone. Yeah, it's really cool. We had really cool questions, two really nice ideas. Yeah, which we will talk about later on. And I want to thank you about that.
Yeah, well, thank you, Kojima and Jacob. Thank you for being with us today. It's really been great talking to you guys. You seem to have something super cool, and I'm really looking forward to see some of the games and to see how they play out. Maybe I'll get some of that revenue share, if I get involved. So it's really exciting for us, to have you over and talk to our community, and yeah, it's looking great. Um,
Appreciate it.
Okay, so let me first finish off the recording here. So let me stop